What's up, Rad Fam Adventures? Since today is such a beautifully glorious clear day, I thought I would show you our cooking system. We are still in the �々Gorge, so this might be a few videos later. Just absolutely stunning, and it's not raining, so figured we'd shoot some video for you guys. Here is most of our cook system, I would say. Let's start here. So we've got the main cooking pot. It's already got water in there, ready for coffee and some porridge. Here's the other part to it, the skillet or lid. I'll link the name of this down below. It is pretty lightweight. This thing is ultralight. This is somewhere in the middle because it is a bigger pot, but we just like to share meals, so we find this to be really conducive to our style of travel. This is the handle that it comes with. It's a little finicky because it has to have tension. You know, if you're not really paying attention to what you're doing, it can definitely fall out pretty easily, but we'll use this as the lid as well, just like that. It does get kind of hot. We actually found these handles. Our friend found them in a secondhand shop in like a whole bunch of other stuff, so we decided to take 2 of these, and we actually love these things. So I don't know if you could fabricate something like this. This works way better because it's not going to come off. Darren loves her ultralight Spork titanium Snow Peak. I just use a bamboo spoon, which I can show you guys. It's not here right now. This is our GSI pot scraper on the orange side, super hard, good for getting crap off your pan. And this is actually a spatula. We really like this thing, very useful. Of course, the wood stove / alcohol stove that I already showed you. We both have a knife. This is my Mora knife. Really like this thing, if I can get it out here. Had it for a while. Gets a nice patina on there. Carbon steel, made in Sweden. And it has this ugly plastic case, but does the job. If I was more motivated, I would make my own. But there's my knife. Darren has her knife, flip knife. What is this? It's a Gerber. There it is. I personally prefer these kind of knives. That's very lightweight, and I took a 2-day outdoor survivor course, and they said that the folding ones are kind of dangerous and really should have a knife like this. So I don't know, I'm a convert now. Lighter, we've got a few of these, of course. This is just a bag that I made for the stove, just sewed up with some fabric that I had left over from another hammock project. Definitely have a bag for your stove, because as you can see, when you cook on fire, these things get absolutely filthy. Titanium cup. Darren likes her titanium. This is great. It's insulated, double-walled, so you cannot cook on the fire with this, but it's good for having your coffee poured into. There it is. Nice. This is the alcohol bottle. You can buy alcohol pretty much anywhere in the world, which is why it's so great to use as fuel. It does burn through really fast and only at about 1 temperature. Hot. But you just regulate the temperature by lifting this off or putting it on, whatever. We picked up some bouillon just for extra flavoring in our noodles. This is what we usually carry. Our Gsi Shakers, each side can hold something. So we've got salt, pepper. We did like a mixed meat seasoning that we made at home, and then some cinnamon. They're not the lightest things. They come with 3. We just ended up taking 2. But yeah, they work. Mostly keep the moisture out. So I think that's it. Sponge for cleaning. We did have another sponge, but it got moldy, so be careful with these. You gotta let them dry out. We have our ultralight titanium stove, in which you can either put wood or you can put your alcohol stove in on top and burn alcohol.
Today we're gonna try doing some wood, even though it's pretty wet.
Yeah, so the key is definitely gather your wood, try to pull branches off of the tree that are dead and hanging so they're not wet. But if you use shavings like this, it's amazing how you can get your fire started. Just take off the wet bark, and these dry little bits will just ignite super fast.
All right, guys, this is our emergency flint. It's actually quite difficult. We've tried on multiple occasions in dry situations, wet situations, and I've still have yet to spark a flame. Let's give it a go. And especially when it's in this thing.
Maybe we'll get it this time.
It's like I can see the sparks hitting it, and I've even doused this in alcohol, which normally
There's just some receipt paper in there in case you're wondering.
But
oh, come on. We need to watch more videos. I haven't quite gotten that down, but just so you know, it is tricky. So practice before you get out in the field. We use a lighter and we have alcohol because it is an alcohol stove, and we're not doing any like serious backcountry stuff. we need to practice. This is also my little cook set that I've used just when I was traveling by myself before, and we brought it because sometimes it's nice to be able to just like boil some water real fast and also be cooking dinner. So here's my t-shirt sleeve case. Once again, really nice to have just a case so your stuff doesn't get all dirty, because it will get dirty. This is a ultra light, I think it is titanium, but it came as a set. So here's my can stove in here. This out, rubber band. This is just a piece of fabric to wipe it out. This is some wool to act as a wind block. It was one piece, I cut it. I don't know why, it was stupid, but you just kind of put it around it. And here is the stove itself. You guys have probably seen these, the can stoves. This one's really, really tiny. This thing is great though, it works so well. It's wrapped with, I think some hemp, and you just soak this, pour the alcohol inside, light it, and it just roars. Sets on top like that. You do have to be careful because it's so tiny. And then when I go to grab it, I either grab this or the cloth and lift it off because it will be quite hot. Here's my bamboo spoon. I love it. It's super light, easy to clean. And it's nice, everything just wraps up. You just fit it all inside here. Just like that. And that's your cook set with a little case. Bamboo spoon. Perfect. There she goes. Brekkie. It's another great thing about the bamboo spoon is that like the spork, it kind of scrapes, but this one you can like get stuff out without scraping it. Time for coffee. We were gifted these. It's actually pretty good. It's freshly ground. They love these pour overs.
Our Linty drip over coffee maker. You just put the grounds in there, and then same thing. It's just like this. It's a plastic version of their drip over coffee. So it's really handy. It's really lightweight. It is plastic, but metal filter. I like it. It's a slow drip. So you just buy ground coffee, you fill it up, and you drip it over.
Yeah, and I think there's other makers that do these kinds of things. The AeroPress, that thing just looks weird. I don't know. It looks like a Swedish-made penis enlarger. I can't get over that. And it's like a big plastic thing, so we're trying the pour-over method. FYI, our not super sealed lid does have the effect of making our food taste a little smoky. So something to consider when you're using fire. You need a totally sealed lid. But all right. Smoky porridge. Couple drops.
Couple drops. That's all that's needed.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching that cook set video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give us a thumbs up, because that totally makes our day. And if you haven't already, subscribe down below. That also makes our day. It encourages us to make more content just like this, because we're on the road. There's going to be more vlogs, there's going to be more gear, questions answered. By the way, if you have any questions, please ask them. We love trying to answer people's questions and help them to have a successful bike tour. If you haven't checked out our big overview of our entire bike setup, check that out right now. It's everything that we're carrying with us for our year-long trip. I think you will also find it very helpful. Okay, that's all for now, guys. See you later. 再见.